Good morning and happy Boxing Day, and I believe Kwanzaa as well. So we are outside about to hop in the car because we're all gonna go have breakfast at a quaint little place called Coffee Cup, which is kind of towards downtown Pensacola, which is where I am right now, visiting my family for Christmas. Today's my last full day here, so lots of plans today to try to enjoy the day and eat at a few places that I want to definitely eat in while I'm here, and to get some projects done here to help the parents out as well. So let's go have some breakfast. All right, here we are, the Coffee Cup restaurant. Haven't been here in years. This is already a few years old, but the Coffee Cup has been here so long. We used to come here a lot when we were younger, but we haven't been here in probably the better part of a decade. Mom's inside getting a table for us. This is gonna be fun. I'm excited to be here. We're waiting to get set right now, looking at some of the specials that they have to offer, and they have these brochures over here, and this is for the Gulf Breeze Zoo, which they have the zoo lights going on over there. And if you've been following me for a little bit, I think a couple years ago, I don't think we went last year, we went to the zoo lights over at Gulf Breeze. So I'll put a little thing up into the corner so you can kind of check that out. That was a really fun experience getting to go check that out there. All right, so this is the inside of the Coffee Cup. It apparently hasn't changed much since it opened up in the 40s, I think, 1945. And here we are sitting down at the table, looking at the menu we just put in our order. We got some Nassau grits, which you like a lot, don't you? And then a couple of us made some omelets, a couple of us got some eggs. I'm excited. All right, look at this spread here. This is awesome. Look at the size of that omelet and hash browns. Those are nice and golden, crispy.
Opened in 1945.
Hash browns, yeah, it did. It's over 70 years old. All right, and that was the historic Pensacola Coffee Cup since 1945. It was interesting. Inside they have some newspaper articles that have some really historically interesting information about the Coffee Cup when they first opened, and for a long time after they opened it was segregated, and there was just some interesting stories about cooks that came to work here that weren't allowed to come in through the front. They had to come in through the back, and then they worked their way up, and after working there for years, 30 years, now it's the way that it is now. And I don't know, stuff like that is really sad, but it's also very interesting. But we're heading back to the car, and then I think heading back home. Just kidding, we stopped at Krispy Kreme Donuts because hot donuts now, and we're feeling some donuts today. Yeah. Alright, so we were making a quick stop here at CVS, but I wanted to show off. We got a dozen assorted donuts here, and I saw this, and I could not pass up on this, a Krispy Kreme Donuts shirt. Although they kind of got me here. You see that and you think it says $7.99, but they put a little 1 in front of it, so it's $17.99. But I forgot my wallet at home, so I asked my dad to pay for it, and he kind of gave me a hard time about it. So the lady felt bad, so she gave him 2 free donuts. So there we go. Nice. So we made it back home, and right now my dad is in the garage pulling out that. Look at that. That's his new lawnmower that he's so proud of. It's his new toy, and he loves it. He wanted to show us. You popping wheelies? Dennis and I are taking turns right now, enjoying the fun lawnmower here. Dennis is gonna take a shot while he's driving from the lawnmower. Is he gonna make it? No, he's not. That was terrible. Do a teacup spin. Yeah! Woo!
Oh, should have been, Dennis. He's trying desperately to get y'all's attention. You're like ignoring him. Poor Daddy. He's like, oh well, I'm going to the backyard. They're not paying me attention anyway.
Well. Alright, this one I'm gonna score some points, alright?
That is the idea. That was.
That's an experimental move. I'm still working on that.
Here comes the roadster. Look out. Yeah, got it.
All right, Mom's showing us how it's done. You can do it, Mama. Ah.
I hadn't done this in a while because my shoulders. 3 points in the bushes.
Gotta get open.
Oh, nice.
That was my over.
Wow, that was a cool shot.
Whoa!
Team, score.
Well, she just stands under the basket. I'll stand under the basket.
You gotta get that.
Foul. She fouled me. She
fouled you.
Woo!
No!
He did it!
Oh, man.
Oh, Dennis!
Right here.
Oh, Dennis!
Oh, got me. That was good. Look at.
Oh, shit!
There we go. Right over here. Almost.
No! What's that, Dennis?
There we go.
Woo!
She said you can't catch fast ones, so.
Yeah, but dude, I was over here.
Woo! Do it, Mom. Duck if you need it. How about you if you need it?
I need it. Long arm monkey right here on top of you. Nice!
Good work.
Yeah.
All right, so right now we are playing Disney Codenames. It's kind of an intricate game, but once you kind of learn how to play it, then it's actually pretty fun and pretty easy. So right now, my mom and my dad are playing against Dennis and myself, and they have one of these little key cards that corresponds to this little 4x4 set of Disney characters. And the idea is to try to get your teammate to guess which ones that you're thinking about corresponding to the color as it is oriented on this card. Sounds confusing, but it's a lot of fun, and I don't know, we're having a pretty good time. What do you guys think? You having fun?
Oh, absolutely.
Cool.
Makes you really kind of think, you know. Animal 3.
All right, she said animal 3, so now my dad is trying to figure out which of these, there's 3 of them that could correspond to animal. That doesn't necessarily mean that there are 3 animals here, it just means that there are 3 that she's thinking about that corresponds to this for her that resembles an animal.
Okay.
All right, so we got that one.
2
So
more.
there are
to
2
choose.
more.
No.
Oh,
Darn it.
so close. Oh, and Dennis put one of our colors on there because that's actually one of our
Darn,
cards.
darn.
So-
I knew that was a possibility. It's okay.
That's the hard part about the game
Remember,
is you
I
could
said
accidentally
animal
get
three,
them
okay?
to guess
You got
your
one,
opponent's
so that
cards
means
instead of your
Probably
cards.
2 more there
Well,
somewhere.
I mean, he looks just like him.
Friend zoned 2.
Friend zoned 2.
What word is that?
All right, so I'm looking for 2 cards here that could relate potentially to friend zoned. Definitely Quasimodo.
Poor guy.
All right, and we have 1 more to guess. So if I get this,
What is a friend zone? How does Quasimodo?
I'll tell you when you're older.
I don't even understand the word, so that wouldn't
Friend
help.
zoned. I'm gonna say Anna because she was friend zoned by. No.
So what is
Oh,
friend
I guess
zone?
I didn't think about Hans.
All right, so I'm gonna go with smiling 2.
Smiling 2.
Yep.
That's interesting. Everybody seems to be smiling. I'm gonna go with what I think are the most,
Happy.
the biggest smiles that stand out.
Him?
Oh,
on.
good. That's a good one to get rid of.
Dang it.
Give me your clue.
Snake 1.
Yeah.
Man!
We won! Yay!
Roy gives the worst clues. I did good, you did
Good
bad.
job,
He
babe.
said tongue and expected me not to guess this.
All right, so we just finished up with Codenames. My mom and dad ended up winning somehow, but they did a pretty good job. I'm gonna eat this donut, and I'm also gonna go outside and show you this. So this is a styrofoam helicopter that I got for Christmas a long time ago, and it's really beat up and battered and taped everywhere, but it's an air pump helicopter, so I just gotta plug it into this air pump and pump it up, and then I'm gonna see if it still works after being in my closet for like 10 years. Maybe even longer, like 15 years.
Do you remember how this works?
Yeah, you just pump it up, you take it off, then you kind of like prime the helicopter, I guess, and you throw it in the air and see if it works. Alright, let's see what happens. You ready?
Yep. Don't throw it at me. Ooh. All right, here it goes. Here it goes.
Alright, well, I promise I did this in my room like 10 minutes ago and it did work. I don't know what happened, but woo!
Oh, no, that's not gonna work.
You wanna go across the street?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, look at that. I guess it just broke. Which is that's insane. This survived like 15 years playing with this thing and finally broke. All right, so we are currently walking across the highway. There's our house back there. We're gonna go across the street to our Bluff property over here down by the water, down by the bay down there. We like to come over here and hike around when we can. I don't know, it's a Beetle thing and it reminds me of when I was a Boy Scout. I went hiking a lot and camping and all that kind of stuff. So this kind of nature stuff is really, really fun for me. All right, so my dad hooked me up with these new hiking boots right here, which are pretty comfortable. I think we found a place to head down the bluffs. Hi guys. Hello. Hi. Need a hand, Mom? So hopefully we can find our way down there. It's not the best path, maybe a lot of briars and stuff, but we'll make it work. Yeah, those probably not. And then Dennis isn't wearing any pants, so. So far so good?
Let's try the mom method.
Jungle Jane here.
All right, here we go. Walking through the brush. Probably gonna have to hop down here somehow. Maybe I should stop filming and use both hands to do this, right?
Yeah, might be an idea.
Oh! You might have to jog down here and I'll try to brace for impact if you wanna.
It's the leaves that
Run
make it
towards me.
slide. You have to be very careful.
Yeah.
Is it like a sliding board, man?
There you go. And then here comes mini shorts.
Ready to jog?
Gosh.
All right, we're almost there. You made it. Easy. Nice. And then Mama made it too. Yay!
I'm still got it.
Yeah.
I like
Man,
to go
I
that
still
way
remember
and
when all
check
these
out our
dunes were
property.
so high up. Man, now they're just tiny little washouts
Way
here
back
pretty
there,
much.
You'd never find it, would you?
Way back in the day, all these dunes were so much higher up where you could go all the way up to the top and you could get on like a cardboard box and you could ride all the way down to the bottom almost. Back in my day. For real though, like it's kind of sad how much this place is eroded and I know we're not really contributing to that well. Definitely could have been all the heavy rains and hurricanes that Pensacola has seen in the recent years. Now we're heading towards our property over here, kind of somewhere. We do have like an across the street bluff property that kind of sits on the water, and then the train tracks are down over there. Whew, running out of breath. So this is the path that we used to take down as kids, and I guess it kind of washed out kind of recently. Hi, Mom.
You ready for this?
I'm ready for it, Dennis.
Oh!
That was beautiful. So I was mistaken. That is not the way that we would come down as kids. This is the way that we would come down as kids. We go into our property over there?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this is just how we would come down to the bluffs and kind of explore over here. But our property's a little bit more that way. You having fun, Mom? Yeah. Climbing through the branches and the thorns and everything?
It's an adventure.
An adventure?
This is the kind of thing I love. Your dad's just not real keen on it. How much further?
My mom's all the way down there. We lost our bearings, so I had to run up here to see where our house is along the bluff up here, and it's right there. So we've almost made it to our property. So my mom and Dennis are over there. This is our property across the street from our house. Hi, Dennis. And where I'm standing right now, this is kind of an interesting little makeshift kind of fort. Like we have some wooden beams right here and then some wooden planks right here. Looks like somebody's kind of either set up a little campsite here to come back and frequent or just come out and hang out and drink some beers as people do down here. Have a lot of cool vines down here hanging down. This is kind of cool. I don't think I would trust it to swing out over the abyss down here, but this is it. This is my property. My mom's property, I guess, across the street. Nice view of the bay right there. All right, so now I'm over here by the water, standing where Dennis and my mom were a second ago. My mom is way over there. That's where I was just a second ago. She's trying to be extra careful because that's very flimsy wood over there. Hi, Mom.
Hey.
Feeling good?
Yeah.
See, now Dennis is up there hanging out with my mom. I think we're gonna go back up to the house here in a little bit after exploring here as much as we can. It's just such a nice and pleasant place to kind of get away from everything, you know, just nature. It's always very pleasant. We were gonna go to Whataburger today, which is it's a food burger chain here that isn't present in Orlando, and it's one that I kind of miss sometimes because we don't have it, but it's more of a novelty thing than it is an actual desire to eat there. So I think because we had such a big breakfast, we're gonna go to Shrimp Basket for dinner because we have so many gift cards. So that's the place we're definitely gonna go for our last day, or my last day, I guess, in Pensacola, my last full day. So this is really cool. This is directly across the street from my house. This is the remnants of what used to be a boardwalk all the way down this property to the water that used to be, I guess, the old tenants of our house 20 some odd years ago put these here and they washed away, and this is the last of the remnants of that structure right there. You can see down there all this kind of wood. There used to be like a wooden platform down here, and my mom is being really reminiscent of that. Did you ever actually use these stairs, or did they go before you could ever use them?
When we bought the place.
They were in disrepair?
But we were gonna wait till you guys were like teenagers and then rebuild it.
Well, that worked.
When you could actually enjoy it, but
Whew. See, there's my house right there. Used to be a tiny little walkway of steps right here. This used to be a bench. And then right behind me is what used to be the boardwalk. Got a keep out sign there. Private property, no trespassing. And there's nothing left of it now. Hi, guys.
there's like no dirt under that tree at all.
I'll be careful. You having fun down there? There's a lot of broken stuff down here. Somebody threw an entire toilet down there too. All right, Dennis is trying to help my mom scale the bluff. This route is good up here.
Where?
Right here.
Give it to me.
I can't.
Dennis.
Oh, you okay? You okay? Mom? Are you alright? Oh no. Are you okay? You just slipped a little bit?
Yeah, I'm alright.
What a sport. Dennis, go help our mom.
I can't go down.
We're not gonna leave her like that.
Hey, text Daddy and tell him to bring the rope.
Bring the rope.
Bring the rope.
Really? All right, just went home to get the rope and the shears to cut the briars and hopefully save my mama. All right, got some rope here. Mama's coming. You can do it, Mama. I believe in you. How'd it go, Mom?
Well, I had to scale the bluff with the rope because I couldn't get up.
Cut down some briars and everything too. It was pretty slippery.
Leaves and kind of moist soil, and you just would slide back down and nothing to grab onto. Everything I tried to grab would break because it was rotten.
But you made it.
Thanks to the rope and the old trees that are still there on the edge.
All right, so we're playing Mom's favorite game in the world, Ticket to Ride, and we just finished it. Now we're counting our routes right now. I only had 4 completed routes, but a lot of them were kind of a lot. So I got San Francisco to Washington for 21.
And I'm gonna move them up 21 points.
St. Louis to Miami for 8. New York to Miami for 10. And then Seattle to New York for 20.
Ooh. 145.
All right, so we just finished Ticket to Ride, and Dennis was the victor. He almost lapped Dad. He's 1 away from lapping Dad. Then there's Mom, and then there's me, and then there's Dad right there at the end. Everybody did a good job, though.
Sport, baby. I love you.
I did all the short stuff, and then I had one long one I couldn't make at the end.
Yeah.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, honey.
You turning on the Christmas lights?
Yeah, ready?
Yay!
I gotta turn the other lights. Oh, man.
So beautiful.
How do you get this in here, Roy?
It just goes in halfway. All right, we got those lights turned on, looking nice and beautiful. We're about to go to dinner at Shrimp Basket, which is something I'm excited about. Again, I don't get a lot of good seafood in Orlando, being that far inland. We're gonna go by my grandmother's retirement home to see her and say goodbye to her because I do fly out early tomorrow morning. So I'm gonna make sure I give her an extra big hug from me. We let her kind of stay there today to kind of recuperate because when we take her all over the place, it tires her out. So we wanted to let her have a day kind of to herself today. But gotta go say hi to her and then go to Shrimp Basket and then come back and maybe play more games. And I need to do my laundry, gonna get ready for my flight tomorrow up to Virginia. That's to be something to be excited about, I guess. So hope we get going here soon though. I'm antsy and I'm hungry. All right, so we made it to Summer Vista, which is my grandmother's retirement home. Gotta keep this a kind of private goodbye for now because she's probably in her nightgown. So I'll see you guys at Shrimp Basket here in just a little bit. All right, and here we are at the famous Shrimp Basket. My parents frequent this place at least once a week or so because they love it so much. All right, so we're inside Shrimp Basket right now. We just got our food and we're actually the only people in Shrimp Basket right now. Mom and Dennis got the all-you-can-eat shrimp right there, and then I got the regular Shrimp Basket. The Shrimp Basket from Shrimp Basket. Imagine that. All right, we are finally leaving. We were the last people in this restaurant all night, but it was delicious. All right, hi, so we're back home. We just got back from Shrimp Basket. Everybody's kind of doing their own thing, either watching TV in the TV room in there or upstairs. I've been showering and doing some laundry. I'm wearing my new Toy Story Land shirt, which I like a lot. And I'm gonna go and end the video here because this is the end of my final day here in Pensacola. I do fly out tomorrow morning to go rendezvous with Brennan in Virginia. Don't know how I'm gonna really film that yet. I don't know if I'm gonna do like I've been doing with this trip, or if I'm gonna just film a lot and edit it all into one video. I don't really know yet. I'm gonna kind of test the waters and see what that trip is like because I want to enjoy that trip with Brennan and with her family. Oh, hitting the tree. But thank you so much for coming with me on this trip back to Pensacola. I'm trying to talk soft because I'm not sure if people are actually sleeping in there or not, if they're watching TV. But I really enjoyed this. This is very special for me to put on my channel like I've done the past previous years that I've been able to come home. So it's very important for me to be able to look back on it. And I appreciate you for coming along and coming with me to see my Christmas. Other things that I haven't really been filming, been doing some like personal projects, like trying to clean up my childhood bedroom. Most of my stuff is already out of there, but my mom really wants me to dig deep and really clean some stuff out. I've been taking down a lot of board games and trying to look through lots of clothes and toys and all sorts of stuff. And one thing that I found that I thought was kind of cool, let's see if I can even pick it up, it's kind of heavy. Ooh, I'm gonna wake everybody up. Look at this. It's an original light bright. I wish I found this like days ago so I could play with it and have fun with it. But again, thank you for hanging out with me, and hopefully I can come back here a little bit, like not in an entire year like I did this previous year. I only came for Christmas last year and then Christmas again this year. Hopefully I can come a little bit earlier than that so I can see my grandma again and I can actually help my mom out with some of these projects when I'm not here for only 3 days. But all right, I've been talking a while, so have a good night, guys. Merry Christmas, thanks for hanging out, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow hopefully.